probably paid it afterwards.
With Houllier back in the hot seat, Liverpool ended the season in second place, their highest Premier League finish. But the team could not reach the same heights in the following 2 seasons. The pressure was mounting on the boss.
If people decide, that I'm not the right man for the right place, so what? I mean, I'm not important. I'm not here for myself. I'm here for the club.
We were hugely concerned about his health. We were very concerned that he'd nearly given his life for the club.
So if the club thinks, well, Houllier shouldn't stay, so, I mean, the people in command, in charge, have to decide that.
By then, we wanted to be winning. We wanted to be contenders. We really needed to be contenders for the title. We weren't.
But as far as I'm concerned, I know what we're going. I know it's been a rocky year, but we'll get there.
And it was a sad day when we decided that we had to make a change.
I don't know, maybe my health played a part. People ask me, what is your contribution? I said, your contribution is nothing, apart from the fact that the team finished 4th and they were allowed to play the Champions League.
I heard and I read that they want to go back to the 60s and the 70s culture. Well, fair enough, but not with me.
First night with my wife in Liverpool was raining cats and dogs, or dogs and cats, how do you say? Cats and dogs. Raining cats and dogs was a big storm, and we said, oh, we are coming from Valencia, and then we come here.
Raffa was an exciting appointment for us. It was very much a case of the key credential for us is we need somebody who's won one of the major European leagues.
The former Valencia boss, Rafael Benitez, has been the favourite for the job ever since he quit the Spanish club.
Valencia, we didn't have too much money at this time. We were, I don't know how you say in English, is punching above your weight, or something like that.
We chose him rather than Mourinho. We thought Raffa was much more Liverpool's style. He had a bit more humility and was a bit more down to earth.
I'm European champion, so I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
Famously, he walked into a bar full of Liverpool fans and had a drink, and everyone said, "Oh, great, man of the people and all that." Well, he'd gone through the wrong door. He thought he was going into his hotel, but once he's there, that's how all Liverpool fans are. I'm not just going to walk out. So he, almost by accident, got the city and got a sense of what it was about.
Very quickly, Benitez also learned about the internal tensions at the club.
Literally the first day Raffa arrived, I had to tell him that Steven Gerrard had decided that he wanted to go.
I haven't been really happy with the progression of the club over the last 2 years. For the first time in my career, I've really thought about the possibility of moving on.
I think during the Euros, Steven pretty much decided he wanted to go to Chelsea. The mistake Chelsea made was letting Steven come back to Liverpool after the Euros. They should have kept him on Abramovich's boat.
After coming home from Euro 2000, sitting down with my family, I've decided that I'm staying on at Liverpool Football Club.
In the end, what I told him, if you go to another side, maybe you can win some trophies, but you will be one more. Here you are, Stevie G, the captain, the legend, and everybody will remember you like that.
Benitez set about changing the direction of the team, bringing in Spanish playmaker Xabi Alonso to create a fabulous midfield duo. But Chelsea's interest in Gerrard had unsettled Liverpool. They knew that Mourinho's team were miles ahead in the league. Everywhere Liverpool looked, it was Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea.
We were in the stairs at Anfield, and it was a very nice conversation because they were winning. As soon as we started winning, things were getting worse in terms of the relationship, but okay, that is normal when you are competing, and his style, everybody knows. I try to be more respectful, but each one can decide what he prefers.
We had that huge disappointment of the League Cup, but the irony of playing against Chelsea and Steven scoring the own goal after everything that had gone on, but then in the dressing room straight after the game saying, I hope we get them in the Champions League, as indeed we then did.
I think it was so good, the team was so strong that nobody was expecting that we could go through. And the Luis Garcia goal, and they say, oh, it wasn't a goal, then could be red card for Peter Cech at the beginning of the game. So, and I think it was very clear that it was a goal that we deserved because we did what we have to do to score this goal. You have to give credit to someone like Liverpool at this time, that against the best team in the Premier League, we could do so well that we could go to the final.
The atmosphere was amazing.
Our fans obviously were there in force, outnumbering considerably the Milan fans.
You see the team sheet of the AC Milan, it was so good. Everybody was so excited, and it's just to go there and try to enjoy from the first minute until the last minute it was possible.
In goes the free kick and the shot comes in and it's there! Milan have scored! Here's Shevchenko crosses, it's 2-0!
I was preparing my speech in my bad English now. Imagine some years ago, preparing a speech at halftime, losing 2-0, and then we concede the third goal.
On towards Crespo, Crespo's through, this could be 3-0, and it is 3-0!
Come half-time, people are leaving, people are despairing, and I'm going, oh, until the fat lady sings. Come on, it's all right, it'll be... But it was almost like, it wasn't just me that felt it, because the crowd started to sing.
You need to explain something in English and be sure that you use the right words and you keep the motivation if you can.
Another opportunity from Risa. Header! Joe, yes, a goal from Steven Gerrard!
Never forget Stevie coming out, his arms going like this, getting the crowd up.
A man 25 yards up, doesn't shoot, but Smith's away! Oh, away from Vladimir Smith!
And I'm not just saying this honestly, but I just knew we were going to win that day.
Alonso misses, but Alonso puts in the rebound. And this scoreline is absolutely staggering. AC Milan 3, Liverpool 3.
Then we had to go through the most nerve-wracking.
And when we went to the penalties, I was 100% convinced that we could win.
Shevchenko, Burak saves for Liverpool!
It's rich to me now as if it had happened yesterday.
Of my life. Don't tell my wife. So they're telling me that all the time.
Liverpool are champions of Europe.
I was in Istanbul. I went down to the changing room after the game. A couple of players saw me. Normally the players say hi and that's it. But they came to me and practically hugged me. You know, they were sweating. And they said, boss, it's your team. And I must say Raffa was outstanding because he understood that the players had a sort of a maybe special relationship with me, and they, you know, I never fell out with the players, so it was all right.
This truly was the miracle of Istanbul. But one night couldn't hide the fact that Liverpool...
We tried everything to talk him round. The chairman came to see him, and he had absolutely decided that he was going, and we announced he was going. It was ambition, it was restlessness, it was oddly not necessarily feeling he was valued enough. Fortunately, he came around and signed a deal, and he did say to me, just do me one favour, don't ever let me do this again.
With Gerrard having put pen to paper, Liverpool did strengthen the team. But he was restless for a reason. Despite Liverpool's show of ambition, the footballing world had moved into a new financial stratosphere.